Hello, welcome to the Tolkien Collector's Guide YouTube channel, where we gather experts from around the world to discuss Tolkien's books and the people who read them. I'm Urulókë, and with me are Trotter and Mr. Underhill.
Welcome to an interview for the Tolkien Collector's Guide by me, Trotter, with Brian Sibley and Alan Lee to talk about the wonderful new book, The Fall of Númenor. Brian, can you just give me a quick, what's the book about?
Well, essentially, the book is, I think it fills a long-awaited hole in the canon of Tolkien's writings, because what you have here gathered together is all the professors' writings about the Second Age. Well, let me say most, because there are one or two things that don't quite fit, but even the things that don't fit are referred to somewhere in the book, and there's information on how you can find out more about it. So it's drawn together. It's called The Fall of Numenor, but of course that also involves the forging of all the rings and the One Ring, and the last alliance of elves and men. So it goes really from the beginning of the Second Age with the creation of Numenor as an island, as a gift to men for their service in fighting with the elves against Morgoth, and it carries through to the fall of Sauron himself on the slopes of Middle Luin. So yeah, that's what it is. It's a lot of information, a lot of history, 3,000 plus years of history, and Alan has created the most wonderful artwork for it. So
Yes, I'm particularly impressed actually with the jacket. I like the fact that if you look at it, you can see Sauron's hiding
you noticed
on there. Yeah, I like that. So, how did you get to inspiration for the illustration, seeing as you've got 3,000 years worth of stuff to do?
Well, it all comes from the words, and just reading and doodling, coming up with ideas. It was really enjoyable because it was an opportunity to go back to some of the places that I've dealt with in various forms around the Lord of the Rings, like Moria, for example.
Yeah.
And to imagine what that would have been like in its prime, rather than as a kind of echoing empty canvas.
Before the Balrog turned up, I think it would have been quite a nice place, actually. I think.
Yeah, and there are kind of hints that Tolkien gives us about the level of decoration in there, and the light that kind of glimmered from the ceiling and the floor, and I just can't resist the opportunity to kind of try and put some of those images into still pictures.
How did you get inspiration for something like Numenor? Because it's quite different from a lot of the rest of Middle-earth.
Well, in a way, it's kind of working back from the pictures that I've done previously around Gondor, such as the architecture of Minas Tirith. It's a culture, civilization that's kind of come from Numenor, essentially. So it would have elements in there that kind of look like they kind of predate the architecture of Minas Tirith. And so trying to create it's really like designing in depth as much as possible, and in time, trying to imagine this looked this way at the in the early years of the Third Age. What would it have been like 3,000 years earlier? I'm just getting a kick out of doing that.
Yes, I think it's a very interesting period. What else in there was something that was be a bit different for people who, say, just read The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit? What else are they going to find?
Well, Alan's been talking about one particular of his paintings, but of course there are 10 of them plus the cover. But also the book is full of wonderful pencil drawings by Alan, and everybody who knows Alan's pencil work will know what I'm talking about. And I think, you might want to mention that that eagle roost that you picked up on?
Yes, there's Tolkien's wonderful descriptions of the animals and the birds of Númenor.
Mm.
And I hadn't really quite kind of registered how important a part of the history of Númenor that was. And then it's almost a throwaway thing, but there were eagles roosting on the tower of the palace.
So that must be something to do with Manway then, really, I assume.
Yes,
Because they're his eagles, aren't they? Or,
yeah.
Just talking, I wonder if he mentions Manway in association with that. But all the eagles normally tend to be to do with him.
Well, this suggested they were fairly kind of domesticated, if you could.
Are they?
Yeah.
So it's like a dovecot for eagles.
For eagles.
So there's another lovely bit of eagle imagery, which is when the Ferguson's fleet is sailing towards
The ill-fated journey.
yeah,
Yes.
towards their invasion of the Undying Lands. These dark clouds are kind of scudding towards them, and it's not quite clear whether they are just huge eagles or that the clouds kind of resemble eagles. And yeah, so I guess it's a reference to the eagles in that way.
Yeah.
And actually attempting to do a picture of that was just as a pencil drawing. It's quite enjoyable.
I'm talking about animals. I'm hoping that the dancing bears are in the book.
You might glimpse a dancing bear, I think, in there.
Well, yeah, because Brian actually brought that up at one point. I hadn't thought about it, but then I was just doing a kind of a little vignette, just showing some of the natural history,
okay.
some of the elements of the community, and with the tree. So I put in a couple of bears,
Dancing.
one kind of rubbing its back against the tree, and the other one kind of sharpening its claws.
I honestly, when I read that in Ancient Middle Earth about dancing, I thought that was fantastic. That's one of my favourite bits in the that Tolkien would come up with something like that.
Alan's right in saying that I similarly, when I started looking at what we were told by Tolkien about Numenor, well, generally its structure, its makeup of, its landscape, its waterways, its bird life, animal life, it's just phenomenal. And a lot of it comes from the description of Numenor, which people will know from the Unfinished Tales, but also from a lot of the material that Carl Hofstetter collected in The Nature of Middle-earth. So I've combined all that material into really, it's a bit of a gazetteer really of Numenor. So, there's what the different parts of the island are, but then the cities, the rivers, the foliage, and so you do get it sort of drawn together into groupings, which I think is viewing it quite differently to the way anybody would ever viewed it before. So, but it's all Tolkien's words, I've not made any of it up.
Oh, great. Well, thank you both for this. That was great. I think this is an ideal Christmas present for people, and it's very good timing for that. And I'm looking forward to reading it. And thank you both.
Thank you, Andrew.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.